Revelation 21. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride, adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God.
Welcome, my child, to the eternal kingdom of light. Come, all who seek peace and light, enter into my eternal kingdom.
And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son.
You guys are going.
All right. First and foremost, we like to give our praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Bakakwadash. I double my pastor as a GMS. Salutations to your brother, push word of truth and sinful corners. Get GMS Mississippi Camp, and I'm gonna let the brothers take over.
All right, come on, bro. Hey, Shalom. So we want to get into the night, and which has been the topic of late, going into 2026. All right, it's been action packed, from prophecy, from war to civil unrest until this devil being revealed, and this is all the will of the Lord playing out in the earth real time, and the Lord is showing that he is. Okay, and he got Esau Edom, okay, in a trick bag to where this devil, has to resort to revealing himself, to create distractions, and this latest thing with the Epstein, which we already knew that these niggas was nasty and wicked, okay, but it's just a showing to the world, okay, what these people are really about, and these are the people that's in the top positions of authority in society, man. When it comes to the West, these Western governments, these Western nations, okay, you see what the top, okay, people, all right, within these different, political offices are all about, and it goes up even higher than them, and it's worse than what we see going on. But this just shows that Esau Edom, he's the man of sin, and when you go into the scriptures, he's the father of idols, So we're gonna go into a few things. Let's go here. Let's get this in 2 Thessalonians. I'll say if y'all brother get down any points, feel free to jump in. So this is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8, and you can read it, bro.
Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. It says, And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh Bahashemi Yahushua shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Yeah, shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So the wicked is being revealed in these times, and they're being consumed with the spirit of his mouth, which is the prophets. So this devil is being revealed by Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, and the Lord has put the spirit on these men to consume this devil, man. Okay, and this word is consuming Esau because this man is trying his best not to do what the prophets through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai saying he's going to do. And see, everything that this devil is on is being revealed. See, the Lord has given the prophets, okay, the understanding, okay, to trace this devil all the way back to the serpent in the garden, man. You see, this nigga is pinpointed, okay, and his wicked agenda with this new world order, this technocracy that he wants to present as a utopia, okay. Well, the Lord has a spirit on his men, okay, to go all out and expose that, man. You know, because you have all this, you know, information coming out, but see, only the prophets can filter these things to the scriptures and link it back to the serpent, to Cain, to Esau, okay, the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. Okay, showing you that this nigga was a rebel, okay, from the beginning. So let's get this word revealed real quick in the Greek. So when you go here to the blue letter, you get this word revealed. All right, which is let me see.
Strong's G601, apocalypto. Apocalypto.
Okay, and it says to uncover, to lay open what has been veiled or covered up. You know, and one of the devil's biggest you know, components to his deception was he was able to work in secrecy, man. You know, people thought that the president was the most powerful man in the earth. You know, the American president. All right. Then people thought, you know, certain billionaires were the powerful people in the earth. But we understand it goes beyond them. It goes to the elite bankers. And then the elite bankers, they're tapped in with Satan, man. You know, this is a very satanic, all right, rulership that runs the earth, man. Okay. The leaders of the true people that's in authority of this current, all right, world government, all right, the governments of the world, all right, is Amalek, man. Okay, and there's Satanists when the scripture goes into wickedness in high places, man. Okay, so this is bigger than American democracy, okay, or the EU, or, you know, it goes up to these elites, who these elites are linked in to the left hand, you know, and all these things are being made bare, okay, and what these devils are really into, you know, because they've been able to, you know, present themselves as, you know, as Christians, as humanitarians, philanthropists, and all these different things, as if they're just this life-loving, people-caring, you know, beacon of moral excellence people, but it's the exact opposite, man. Okay, these people are absolute monsters, man. Okay, you can say something, bro?
Cause if I can make a point, man, like they've been having this wicked demonic networking going on for a long time now. You know, and you know, coming to the truth, you know, now we see things because the Lord has opened us up, you know, you know what I'm saying, through the spirit and power of Bashim Al Shai, we notice things now. Cause you know, back in the day, the point I'm getting to, back in the day, you know, used to have the milk cards, you know, with the children on there, have you seen me? You know, Esau will play that role like, you know, the same nigga that'll steal your wallet, he'll sit around and tear the house up with you to looking for it. You know what I'm saying? The whole time they putting these children on these milk cartons, you know, talking about have you seen me? But behind the scenes, they were sex trafficking them or just trafficking them in general, man, to be slaves, sacrificed or whatever, man. But all these things are coming to the light now, how this devil been getting down. But like you're saying, that secrecy he had, you know what I'm saying, where he could actually work these works behind the curtains. But now the Lord is exposing this devil, man, and it's all out in the open now. And the rabbit hole goes a lot deeper. But the surface has had a tremendous scratch on it where people are, you know what I'm saying, like, damn, this is how this devil really been getting down. You know, it's not like children just been coming up missing. They've been coming up missing for a purpose, man, to do left-handed wickedness with these people, man.
Come, bro. Come. And we're gonna jump to St. John 8:44. You can read that, bro.
God, this book of St. John, chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and adore not in the truth. Because
Abode.
there
Hey, and
but
if
Yeah,
I can
abode.
say,
abode,
hey, if I can
Yeah,
make a
abode.
point, man, because it's going into wicked Israelites, man, who held, pretty much banded up with the devil, man, to do his works, man. You see all these particular athletes, these particular actors, rappers, and all those things, man. They take the ways of the heathen, man, and help dictate Israelites, man, by following them, looking at them as a person of a higher stature that they, marvel at. And our people follow in that wicked path, man. You know?
Come, bro. You can finish it, bro.
God, it says, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
Yeah, so when you go into this account, Yahweh Shai is speaking to the wicked leadership of Jake, what they call the Sanhedrin, mainly these Sadducees, because you go back into the Sadducees, these niggas, were really Hellenized priests, okay? And these niggas was, heavy, all right, tapped in with these Roman elites. There's pretty much do boys and lapdogs for the Roman elites going into what the brother Lamar was going into, similar to these celebrities today. So when you see the Diddy's and these niggas like that, Jay-Z's and whoever, well, these niggas are the leaders now, and they're heavily juiced in on the left-hand side with Esau, all right, to where they operate like Edomites, man. Diddy is nothing but just a lesser Epstein, and he's one of many. You see, when you really go into it. So Yahweh Shah was calling these niggas out, all right, for being, all right, linked, okay, with the elites of Rome. And Yahweh Shah knew how the Romans got down, especially the elites of Rome, man. But then he let you know, because Yahweh Shah in this, we're going to go into it, he links Esau to the serpent and Cain. Because what did he say? He says he was a murderer from the beginning. Well, who was the first recorded murderer in the scriptures? Cain. And then he says,
Okay.
because he says, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Now, who was the first recorded liar in the scriptures? It was the serpent. So Yahweh Shai, he linked Esau, the Romans that was in power. He was comparing Jake to these Edomites that was in power, the Romans, and he linked them niggas to Cain and the serpent, because that's why when you go into this word father, let's get this word father real quick, and then we'll go to Genesis. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all brothers got after that, I just want to lay down a foundation. But so when you go into this word father in the Greek, okay, so let's get this word father and go to the metaphor.
Strong's G 3962. Pater.
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 Okay, so metaphorically, it says the originator and transmitter of anything. The originator and transmitter of anything. You see? So this is why Yahweh Shah said he's a murderer from the beginning, going back to the beginning, but going back to Genesis, man. It's Cain. Then he says a liar, and he's the father of lies. Okay, because lying is a form of witchcraft, manipulation. That's witchcraft. If you can get somebody to believe any type of lie, that's witchcraft. Because the truth is supposed to be the truth. You see, when people talk about white lies and innocent lies, well, really, when you're going to get someone to believe a lie, that's a form of witchcraft. when you get somebody to believe in a false reality, man. You know? So this devil, he introduced this to the game and he took it on a deeper level. And it says, now listen to this. It said the originator and transmitter of anything, it said one who has infused his own spirit into others, who actuates and governs their minds. You see? And this nigga has enchanted the majority of the earth, you know? So when you go into the father of lies, well, Esau has indoctrinated the earth to where most of the people, especially here in Western society, almost everything that they believe is a lie. Because this nigga has infused his spirit on the masses, man. Okay, that's why majority of people they move and act like Edomites. They're proud. They hate righteousness. All right, they hate any order. They hate correction. They hate accountability. Everybody think they goddamn important, you know. But that's the spirit of Edomite that's on the most people in the earth, especially over here in the West, man. You know.
God.
So, come on, you can say something, bro.
God, bro, that's why this devil made it his business to get control of all the media outlets, all the radio stations, any particular platform where he can push his narrative, man. That's just a big stage of enchantments, man. Because they tell you what they want you to hear and make you believe what they want you to believe without getting the complete facts, man. That's why the internet has become such an issue now because you got these, I guess you call them private platforms or individual who doing their own news broadcasting. So that's a part of that unicorn and that third witness that's exposing these people, man. So that's why they're gonna have to do away with the internet because they don't have that full control over the exploiting of news going out pertaining to them.
Mm-hmm. And that's part of them being consumed by the mouth of the prophets because the prophets is on the internet, you know, because you have, like you said, these other influences, you know, which go into particular things. Well, see, the prophets is the problem because he know we come in with the pure, uncut truth, nothing watered down, you know, and we know he knows we come with a doctrine where this nigga lose, you know. So going back to the beginning, when you go to Genesis 3:1, you can read that, bro. And then like I said, whatever y'all brothers got after this.
Come on, this is Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. It says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord Yahweh power had made. And he said unto the woman, ye hath the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden.
Yeah, so when you go into it, said now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord had made. So let's just get into the word serpent, okay, which we know what it goes into. All right, and this is when it's the serpent, which was a man. Okay, let's go here. The serpent. Okay, this was the beginning of the sons of the wicked, man. All right, so you go into the root word in the Hebrew, it's nakash, okay, in the Hebrew, and it goes into to practice divination, to divine, to observe signs, okay, to practice fortune telling, to take as an omen, all right, and you jump down, it says to whisper, okay, and that's another thing like this whispering, because going back to what you were saying, bro, with the television, that's why it's called TV programming, you know, because this devil knows how to speak to your subconscious. Like it's certain things that you see that you don't even know you're looking at, you know, on this nigga TV and commercials and music. It's certain things that's in the music that you don't even know you're hearing, and it's going directly to your subconscious, man. You know, this nigga's what you call a whisperer. See, and it says to prognosticate, which is to go into the stars, you know, astrology. With those were the ancient Chaldeans, they was known for that. You know, that's why the elites are likened to what? The Chaldees as well, you know? And then you have divine enchantment, you know? So this is what the serpent was on, and who runs the earth like this today, man? Esau Edom. you know, because he's like a combination of the serpent and Cain because he's violent like Cain. You know, he had this violent nature, like nigga, I can do what I want, and who gonna judge me? You know, and he got the spirit of a serpent, which is an enchanter, man. You know, so he's like this enchanting swordsman now, man. You know, so um, this devil, like the scriptures say, he's the father of lies, man. You know, he's the man of sin, as we went into, and he's the father of lies, which is the father of idols, man. You know, but y'all brothers had some.
Con,
What you got, bro?
you can give me in Nahum chapter 3, verse 4 to
Oh yeah,
6.
come for sure. You got it, bro.
God, this is the book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 4. It says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredom and families through her witchcraft.
Con. And that what you see and that's what you see here in America, Mystery Babylon. That's how it entice these other nations. Why? Through the senses, through the lust of that flesh. You know, with the witchcraft, they entice and cast spells on the people that view them through they as y'all said, through this TV, through this internet. Because what you have people come over here, daughters of other nations coming over here to be a OF model, to be a drug dealer, to try to make it in Hollywood. You know, this place has is that well-favored harlot that has enticed other nations, especially those of the tribe, you know, through their witchcraft and through their whoredoms.
Come on, bro.
You continue, bro.
Verse 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame.
And that's what you see. These people are being exposed for their wicked acts. These people are being exposed for being downright Satanists. You know, all this sacrifice and all this sexual magic. You know, why this has happened? Why is that happened? Because these people are evil. You know, they do it because they serve a demon who they call a god. You know, they do it because of this. They trick the rest of y'all nations out of believing that there is a higher power, but yet they're doing all this for a higher power to keep them in power. You know?
You want to read that last one, bro?
Oh,
Verse 6. You already read verse 6.
I got you right now. This is verse 6.
When you read that, I got something for you, Halak, since you said what you said, bro. You got it, bro.
This is Nahum 3 and 6. It says, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and set thee as a gazing stock.
And look, what they call them? What they call these upper class now? The Epstein class. These folks
what they call me,
yeah, these folks are gazing at them. They vile. You know, but like these people. Oh, these y'all elites. Oh man. You got up.
So what I looked it up real quick, bro, since you said that about the women moving to America, you know, just to start OnlyFans, you know. So I just did ask Google. I said, do women move to America to be OnlyFans models? It says yes. Women and other content creators are increasingly moving to the United States to work as OnlyFans models and digital influencers. And see, this nigga always got a way to try to romanticize wickedness. Like, nigga, they're coming over to be whores. All right, ain't no goddamn model. These women come over here to be straight up whores and sex workers, man. Even their term sex workers, they're whores and prostitutes, man. You know, it says often utilizing special high level artist visas. So they're using artist visas. Just say like you had I know the brother Halak no, you probably can expound on it. Like you had a real talented artist, from another country, you know, and he would get a visa that would grant him citizenship for a period of time in another country because he's a gifted artist. So they giving these whores the same visas that they give actual artists, or essential workers to come to another country, to be whores and prostitutes, man. That's crazy work. It says
Con,
the rise of digital. Oh no, you want to expound on it, bro? So like,
I was gonna say we have an example of that. Now I might get a name wrong. It was that one rapper chick, Lotto, who went over there and
yeah,
yeah, over there in was it Iran or somewhere
I
over
think it
there?
was Sally. I think
Yeah,
so.
Saudi. Yeah, she went over there, and she performed for them. You know, just showing that she's just a whore, for the elites. You know, and she try to be rebellious and stuff over there. They put her in the whatever that thing called, that long dress, but she went with cheetah
Yeah, yeah.
print. Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is what happened. Like they'll give them that work visa, that work visa, or it's another visa, an exclusive one, and they'll ship them out and they'll perform.
Then
And that's basically sacrificing to Baal, man, being prostitutes.
yeah, temple harlots. Yeah, they just temple all these American celebrity women. Even like you say, even to the point of on the OnlyFans, women, they're nothing but temple harlots. Harlots, they're the modern temple harlots to these Canaanite deities, man. These Babylonian temple harlots, and even going into because she performed in Riyadh, which is in Saudi Arabia in 2024, and guess the name of the festival was called the MLD Beast Soundstorm Festival. God,
Mm, mm. Can't make it up.
that's crazy.
That
But
visa
I'm
is
gonna finish
called the
this and then
O1
like I
visa,
said, y'all.
bro. Salakia.
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh
Now you
yeah,
all
there
good.
it is,
Yeah,
Salakia.
it said often utilizing special high-level artist visa. The rise of the digital creator economy has led to a trend where popular creators with massive international followings are securing O1B visas, historically reserved for actors, artists, and musicians, by proving their extraordinary ability through online success, man. So now the common whore, okay, is getting special visas, just to travel and be whores, man. But this is the privilege under the beast. This is the earth. Esau done turned the earth to a big Canaanite Babylonian temple, man. But you got it, bro. Whatever brother has some.
I was gonna say one more thing, and the reason why they can get on these visas, because what are they classified? They're classified as adult actresses. you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
they made that
Hmm.
a legal profession. Now you see, because like a whore was supposed to be as counted as spittle, but now they're far above the working class man. you know, that's all I'm saying on that.
Come on, bro. Any brother has anything else? Any brother precept?
Can I get Jeremiah chapter 7, verses 30 and 31?
Jeremiah chapter 7.
7.
Come on.
Yeah, verse 30 and 31.
You got it, bro.
This is book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, starting at verse 30. For the children of Judah have done evil in my sight, says the Lord Yahweh. They have set their abominations in the house which is called by my name to pollute it. Verse 31. And they have built the high places of Tophet, which is in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to burn their sons and daughters in the fire which I commanded them not. Neither came it unto my heart.
Con. So now today's time, man, you still got the Southern Kingdom who predominantly,
Bro,
you know, so like, bro, what's up? Hello?
No, you got it, bro. I don't
We still like that? Okay, con. Okay. Yeah, so like I was saying, man, now today, in today's time, you know, now these Edomites have built these temples or these clinics, Planned Parenthood, where they where you know women can steal, and it be mainly Israelite women, because these temples or these Planned Parenthood facilities are mainly in Jake locations, man, or nearby where Jake live, you know. And you got like 600, I read an article, like 600 across the country, and it says that like 2 million patients depend on or rely on Planned Parenthood facilities, man. Well, these are nothing but sacrificial buildings, man, where women would take their children, you know, to be put to death, basically. You know, and that's nothing but a sacrifice, man. And not knowingly, that's why the scripture says, the Lord says people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man, because a lot of them don't understand that these are sacrifices you're doing, because they supposed to actually try to birth their children, not do that, man. And the devils know that. That's why it was such a big deal when they was trying to pretending like they was really trying to cut that out, man. You know, having abortions and everything. But that's big business too. They get free sacrifices and they get money, man. They'll try to say it's like financial free I forget the terminology for it, but basically it's no funding for it. You don't have to pay and all that. But you're sacrificing children, man. Like it's bigger than people be thinking, man. They thinking they're just going, okay, I'm finna go get this abortion and I'm finna go back and just in the world and do what I do, man. But that's blood on people's hands, man. You know, even like men, man, that going to these sperm banks, dropping off their seed, man, and you don't know what's gonna happen to it. And you don't think that some of these sperm banks these elites have women to go get that sperm and carry that child for later on to be sacrificed? Because you know that was a big thing doing with these Rockefellers, man, where they'll have women to get pregnant so they can carry their child for 9 months and then sacrifice when it's born, man. These are some sick, deranged people, man. The things you can't imagine or feel like they don't do, they do it. And child sacrifice is one of the big things that they desire, man. The blood, the dopamine, the whatever, man. It's one of their biggest pleasures, man, to feast on. You know, so this man, his wickedness is beyond what your mind can really imagine, man. If it's a level, he's gonna try to go above and beyond it when it's wickedness, man.
I got something for you. Oh, what you got something to talk on? I know you from.
Is he still plugged in?
Oh, I think he went off. So
You get me, bro?
Y'all can hear you now. You had something, bro.
Yeah. Let's give me Habakkuk 2 and 4, because you know the brother going in, how we talking about the sex trafficking and all the shit he do. At the end of the day, that man just ain't right, bro. At the end of the day, he's not right. Like the brother was saying, you carrying the kid 6 months, 9 months. I mean, then you sacrifice the kid. This is some wicked ass shit, man. This dude is the problem of the earth, man. But that's all I want you. The Habakkuk 4 and 2 and 4.
Habakkuk 2 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay, come. You got it, bro.
God, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, in his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Can you hear me, bro?
Can you hear the top one?
Yeah. I
Yeah, I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you. Tyler, can
Yeah,
you
but
hear me?
I'm hearing nobody else.
Yeah,
Can
read
you hear me?
read again, bro.
No, I got you. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Yeah, I don't think the brother can hear. He might have to go out
Yeah,
and
it
come
gotta
back
be a
in.
bad connect somewhere.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you probably gotta go out.
Yeah, I can
Yeah, we
hear
can
you.
hear you, bro. I don't think the Tyler one can hear nothing.
Yeah,
No, I
mine
can't.
was
I,
doing
I
that
hear
too.
Lamar, and I hear you, but I don't hear the brother at all.
Okay, I'll read it real quick. This is
I
a
can I can
Habakkuk 2
I
and
can
4.
I can hear him though.
Yeah, cuz all good. I'll read it so we keep moving. This is a Habakkuk 2 and 4 said, Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
And that's why I just like because his soul, man, like the shit he do, like brother, you going in, Lamar talking about how to be sacrificing the kids. I mean, that's just some wicked ass shit, man. It's just wicked, man. How you
God,
like how you can carry somebody kid for 9 months, then sacrifice it. This like I said, he's the problem of the earth, man. He got to go. He got to go, man. Like I said, they ain't gonna do shit about the Epstein shit. No, but nobody
No.
ain't protesting. Nobody ain't protesting about that. Nothing, cause they don't care. It's not a big deal. To them, it's not a big deal. Ain't shit gonna have to know about it. All right, but that's all I got in there, brothers.
I got something real quick just to bag you up, Lamont. Then we get back to the precept. Because you were talking about the abortion clinic. So how about this? I was just looking up while you were talking, I was looking something up. So now you got in Virginia and New Mexico, it's called the Right to Your Life Satanic Abortion Clinic. The world's
God
second.
damn.
It says the
God damn.
world's second satanic abortion clinic. It says what it I just read somewhere it says yep. It says
Can y'all
the
hear me?
THT. Yeah, I can hear you, bro. It said TST Health, we have been fighting back against the efforts to restrict abortion access in the years following the catastrophic Doe's decision. Uh, what was it? Oh yeah, it says our service here. It says today marks the opening of TST Health second telehealth abortion clinic in Virginia, serving the state and surrounding region just like our New Mexico clinic. Our services will be free of charge, with patients only needing to cover the cost of medication through a third party at a very low price. You know, so you go to Satan and get a free abortion. This is
God
crazy.
damn.
Yeah,
And the
they
people are
got two
so
satanic
docile.
abortion.
The people are so stupid, man. They'll read the name of this company and they'll still go. They won't even take heed to it. He putting it right there out there in front of you, man. That this is you're finna come sacrifice to Satan. They are still willingly go and do it, man. That's why this devil got to go and these wicked ass people got to go too.
Come on, bro. You can say something, bro? So I looked
No,
at
that was all I
this
had.
real quick, and it says a satanic. Okay, it says a satanic abortion clinic has opened in Virginia, and is promoting a so-called destruction ritual for women to perform before taking abortion pills. You know, so Yeah, it's just out there, man. It's just one big temple of Satan, man. You know, this is what the devil has established
Yeah.
in the earth. You know, is a Satan. You see, and this is why
Right.
this place is set to burn. You know, like I'm getting into. My brother had any other precepts?
Uh,
You had some a lot. Oh, we still in there.
No, bro.
you get that sigh and cry.
Okay. Oh yeah, I got you, bro. Yeah, we get a couple more. Um, yeah, but we can. I think the point made. We brought out a lot, so we can end it with this. You can read that, bro.
Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. You can hear
Con,
him, Lamont.
con,
Yeah, you got it, bro.
This is the book of Ezra, chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh
I don't hear
and that
nothing,
cry.
brothers. I don't hear nothing.
Yeah,
I
it's
hear you,
all.
bro.
Yeah, everybody here, bro. It's just some on. It's some on your end, bro. Yeah, everybody else here though.
I start from the top. This is Ezekiel Salakia 9:4. It says, And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city,
Hey,
through
brother,
the
you
midst
just
of
read it
Jerusalem.
because we can't hear.
So
we can hear
we
him,
can't
bro. It's
hear.
just something on your end.
Oh, me? Am I in?
Con.
All
Yeah,
right, man.
everybody else can hear him, bro. It's something going on your end, bro.
All right.
Let
Yeah,
me
it
start
might be a bad
from the top,
connection.
bro.
Might have come. Yeah. Hold on, real quick. There we
Con,
go.
now you got it, bro.
Yeah, you go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Con, man. So that's why the Lord has kept a cluster. That's why there's going to be a great sifting, man, because only the elect, okay, are going to be sighing and crying for all these abominations, man. Like we're talking about with all these wicked left-handed blood sacrifices. You know, people just being completely wicked. This devil, how he's just destroying and turning everything upside down, man. And you know, we sigh and cry because we know and we see, we witnessing a rulership that is being completely out of order, corrupt, and destructive, man. And we know there's righteousness to come, you know, but there's things got to go forward within prophecy to be fulfilled. And we're witnessing prophecy being fulfilled real time. But yet it's still, it's like we're sighing and crying to, you know, push the Lord to making things go faster, man. And he's doing that. Time is speeding up. But, you know, we want it to happen now, man. But nevertheless, we're just going to continue to sigh and cry, man. And the Lord is going to separate those who truly believe, trust, and have faith in him, and who wants to see this place go down and Yahweh shall return, man. So that mark of exemption is gonna be put on the heads or of the elect, man. You know, it's gonna be that marking of exemption, and everybody else is gonna have that mark for death. And that's why we sigh and cry, man, that the Lord have mercy on us, find favor in his elect, man. And everybody else, you know, see you in the kingdom or slavery when it comes to Esau, Edom, and the heathen nations, man. But we're praying and sighing and crying for Yahweh Shai to bring forth righteousness on the earth, man.
Come on, bro. Read verse 5 for you. Says Ezekiel 9:5. It says, And to the others he said in my hearing, Go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eye sparrow, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house.
God. So all these men who know they are Israelites, but yet they choose to teach these off doctrines, adding and taking away from the scriptures. Hey, the Lord is going to begin with them. And then those who just know, watching videos, understand they're Israelites, but they want to cherry pick a particular lifestyle or how they going to live according to their own minds versus strictly according to the Bible to the best of their ability. Hey, they're going to be marked for death, man. And the Lord wants to hear this slaughter, you know what I'm saying, the screams and the lamenting and the wailing of these people, man, because they have had chance and opportunity after opportunity to repent, but yet they chose not to, man, or they're choosing not to. And ultimately, that's going to lead to their destruction, man. And the Lord has already prepared that great slaughter when it comes to his people, man, those who are being rebellious. And again, like I said, let judgment start at his sanctuary, man. So it's going to start with those Israelites who know, those Israelites who shush their hands or, you know, didn't take heed to the word, went on about their day like they had, you know, saying plenty of time, man, whatever. But their judgment is going to be well deserved because they had done everything they have to earn it. That's all I got, bro.
Bro. You know, brother had something for close out.
Oh, we ain't gonna play the video?
Well, the point. No.
Okay.
That'd be a long head, bro.
You well past that, bro.
I had some points. I'm gonna probably do a land back off the after this lesson. I had some points.
Yeah. Go be great. Don't let us stop you from being great, brother. Go do it. Yeah. Well, yeah. Lord will. Tyrone, you had anything? Tyrone, you had something before we close out?
I ain't got nothing to say, bro. I'm good.
Okay. Come. Well, Lord will, you brothers. All right, and you sisters edified once again. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to our younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations, and hopefully shalom.
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 Shalom.